What do you what would you say to attorneys who are not interested in getting on camera, or they feel
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh, I'm not good on camera, I don't have that skill set, that sort of thing. What do you typically say to them, or I guess maybe just advice you can give to people who do feel kind of camera shy, or
Sure,
that
sure.
they'll be goofy, or whatever whatever they think they're going to look like, that's keeping them from doing it.
Well, I would say, I mean, I this is me talking about how, so that I don't want to seem like I'm trying to sell myself or something, but I mean, that is one of the things that we try to do, at least with my business, is like our
Sure.
process is very much driven around, we don't use actors, we don't use scripts, we don't use teleprompters. And so when we come in and we set up, I mean, you're not even going to really know that the camera's there. And it's really just as simple as me and you having a conversation like this right now. And so I know that there's a mental block sometimes of being scared of how you may look and things like that. And from a psychological level, I don't know how you get over that. But what I can tell you is that we make the process super easy, to where, again, it's very driven by conversation, and we do a lot of research on the front end to make sure that we're driving the narrative of the videos we create in the direction that we want. But as far as being nervous, I mean, or just saying, hey, I don't want to put myself out there, I mean, put yourself out there, or your competitor will.
Yeah, I guess a couple things come to mind with that is, number one, I think lawyers put themselves out there already all the time. Not everybody's a trial lawyer, but
Yeah.
they have to pitch all the time. They have to present. They have
Yes.
to present themselves to clients. And so I don't think that skill set is really, they're at odds, right? I think it's just a matter of, there's something about being in front of a camera that elicits this fear. The other thing I would say is, just from my own personal experience or thinking on it, which helps me to some degree, which is, I just don't think anybody cares, right? Like, I'm not that important. And like, even though, yes, this will be seen by potential customers, yes, like, I think in your head, when you're doing stuff like this or getting on camera, you're like, oh, I have to make it perfect because somebody out there is with a report card grading me, and like, it's just there's gonna be these, like, kind of made up social consequences,
I
which
agree. I mean, you
just
have to just
don't exist. And like, I just think people are like too busy. They don't care, ultimately don't care about me. So
I
it's
mean,
like, what's the worst that could happen?
I'm perfect example. I've got them. I mean, you can probably tell I have the most country voice ever. And, there's a part of me that's like, man, I wish it was cool and smooth. And I was like Matthew McConaughey, but it really comes across as hick a lot of times. And so that was hard for me to get in my head, to like try to get on camera and be myself, because it's like, I'm scared of what people may think, or they may think I'm uneducated or this or that. But man, that's just a mental block you got to get past. Because again, if you really want to stand out, if you want to look different than the guy down the street, then it really takes you being willing to put yourself out there.
Yeah, and I mean, don't you think authenticity just plays a huge part in
It
that?
does. I
As
mean,
far as, not trying to be something you're not, and that comes through. And like, you may not be everybody's cup of tea, but my bet is that the more authentic you are, showcasing yourself, that's probably the foundation of why you're successful at selling clients to begin with, right?
yeah, no, 100%. I mean, people are yearning for like authentic content right now too, especially when you see all the AI slop that's blowing up right now. And you've got, videos of, Yetis doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And there's nothing wrong with some of that stuff, and it's fun. But at the same time, people are definitely looking for human interaction. They're looking for real people that are okay to just be who they are. And so, yeah, I think it's more important now than it ever has been before.